Time for another game of National Pastime Next Generation using the board reader. And I'm going to be playing with the 84 Detroit Tigers, World Series champs, taking on the 83 Baltimore Orioles, who were World Series champs that year. And Baltimore's at home, and on the mound for Baltimore, Scott McGregor, 18-7. He went that year with a 3.18 ERA. Leading off, Lou Whitaker. Remember how it works. Just hit row. It does everything for you. Down here is the dice row. You go down the black numbers. The blue number tells you what you got at 8. If you had the chart, you just look it up with nobody on base. But single to left center for Lou Whitaker. Just hit in at bat, and it does everything for you. As you see over here, man on first. No outs. Up bat now, Alan Trammell. He batted .314 with 14 homers. Let's see, he rolls. It says 65. Over there's the 65. Gets a 35. That's going to be a fly out to right field. The runner holds. That's going to be the first out. Just hit in at bat. Does out. Everything for you. Real simple and easy. This is a free game. Just go to National Pastime Next Generation Plus. It's got almost every season. It's missing some early 90s and some 2000s, 2000 to 210, some seasons in there. But otherwise, everything is free. All right, coming to bat is Kirk Gibson, man on first, and we roll. 33, come over here, 33, that's a hit. So you go to the second dice roll is a 32, and that's going to be automatic hit anywhere. So you go to where 32 is, you go to the second column, you get that 7. Single to right, runner to third, hold. It'll be a single to right, runner to third. A P runner holds on second. And Lou Whitaker is not a P, he's an N. So he'll go over to third with a man on first and third with one out. That brings up Lance Parrish, bat .237 with 33 homers. Here we go. 31 gets you a 14. That'd be 2 balls. I'm going to show how this works for the first inning. Then after that, I'll just come over here. You'll see everything over there. So it's 2 balls. You roll again. This time, he hits a 11. Coming to 11, it's a 5. It tells us it's a home run. So that's going to be a 3-run shot for Lance Parrish out to left field. And early, the Tigers go up 3-0. And Scott McGregor can pitch to 30 batters. He's already hit 4 of them, but he might not be in there much longer. Here we go. Darrell Evans up now. .232 with 16 homers. Row. 26. Come to that 26. You get a 45. That will be your PRN. You'll look on the chart with nobody on, and it's out at first, and it looks like it's going to be a 3-1 put out to Darrell Evans over to Dan Petrie. So that'd be the first out. Well, that'd be the second out. Detroit's still up to bat. Larry Herndon now, .280 with 7 homers. Row. And we get 56. Come over there, 34. That will be a 5-3 put out over there from Howard Johnson. Is he playing third today? He is playing third. That'll end the bat, and that'll be the end of the top of the first. As we go to the bottom, Baltimore coming up on the mound for Detroit Tigers. Dan Petrie, 18-8 with a 3.24 ERA that year. And L. Bumbry's up the bat for Baltimore, .275, 3 homers. Here we go. Row, we get a 32, a 21. Get that 21 down there, 32. That's a fly out to right field. That's going to be over to Kirk Gibson for the first out. All right, that brings up Dan Ford, batted .280 with 9 home runs. And we roll a 23. That's going to be a 12. That'll be an out at first from the pitcher. Petrie scoops it up, fires it over to Dave Bergman for the second out. Cal Ripken up now. 318. And he hit 27 homers that year in '83. What a year. Here's our Rofer. Gets a 13. That'll be a 14. That'll be a base on balls with the empty, nobody on base. So he'll be on first. Brings up Eddie Murray now. 306 with 33 homers. Here's the row. 55. Come over there. 55. Get an 8. That's going to be a single. Line drive to left, runner to second. So just hit the in at bat. And he's first and second. And we got 2 outs. We're still playing deep. You can hit this standard tab right here. And you can let sacrifice, hit and run. Intentional base on balls. There, so man on first and second. That brings up John Lowenstein. 281 with 15 homers. Row, he gets up 34. That'd be 31. That's a fly out to Chet Lemon for the 3rd out. And that's the end of the first with Detroit leading 3-0. And up to bat for Detroit, Chet Lemon, 287 with 20 homers. And here we go. I'm just going to go by the result. You know the 34 down there, you just look over here. That'll put it there. Fly out to center field to Bunbury there for the catch. That'll be the first out. Up now is Dave Bergman, 273 with 7 homers. Let's roll. He's got 2 balls, so we'll go back. Roll again. Rolls up 34 for his PRN. That's going to be a 6. That'll be a 5-3 put out. And playing third base is Cruz. Howard Johnson up now, 248 with 12 homers. 2 down. Nobody on base. And McGregor strikes out Howard Johnson looking. We're going to go to the bottom of the second now, so settle down a little there, McGregor. Ken Singleton up now, 276 with 18 homers. Rose. It's going to get a strikeout. In that at bat. Dan Petrie cruising along here. And that brings up Rich Dower. 235, 5 homers. Row. He gets a 14, base on balls. So he walks. Baltimore gets a runaround with 1 down. Todd Cruz up now, 208 with 3 homers. He's your third baseman. Let's roll. He rolls a 13. That's going to be another strikeout from Petrie. 2 down now. There, he's only pitched to 8 batters, cruising along. Rick Dempsey up now, 231 with 4 homers, and he strikes out 2. And Petrie just strikes out the side. It's in that at bat. That should have been like 3 Ks right there. Yep, except for the base on balls. What it was, and you can go over here to the box score, see what's happening right now. And they also got score sheet showing you what's happening too for each batter. Look at that. Second inning right down this row. Same thing here. And Petrie walked 1 but struck out 3 guys. Right, back to the game. Lou Whitaker up now. Rose gets a 14, 2 balls. Rose again gets a 31. That's a fly out to Bunbury. 1 down. Alan Trammell back up. He had 19 stills, but got caught 13 times. 2 balls again. Throw again on Trammell. It's a 29. That's going to be a 1-3 put out. Gregor picks it up, fires it over to Eddie Murray there at first. 2 down. Kurt Gibson up. Rolls a 9. It's going to be a fly out to the second baseman. Dower's there for the catch. And that's going to end. Top of the third as McGregor's cruising along now after that rough first inning. Petrie's still going strong. Al Bunbury up. Back to the top of the lineup. Rolls 11. That's going to be a single to left field. Herndon picks it up, fires it into second. Man on first now. Dan Ford up. He's got a hit and run of 2. We're just going to bat. Man on. 31. That's going to be a fly out to Chet Lemon in center field for the first out. Cal Ripken back up again. 14. That's 2 balls. And a 13. That's going to be a strikeout. Ripken goes down swinging. Petrie's cruising along here with a bunch of strikeouts already. 2 down. Eddie Murray. And he strikes out also with a 13. Dan Petrie. We're going to end that inning. Let's go look at the box score real quick. Petrie, they should be showing us here 3 innings, 2 hits. He's walked 2 guys, but he's got 5 Ks right now. Top of the 4th. McGregor's still in there. He's pitched to 12 guys already. 30 he can go. Lance Parrish up. Bro gets a 13. That's going to be out at first on a 5-3 put out. That's Cruz over there making the grab and tossing it over to Murray. 1 down. Brings up Darrell Evans. He gets a 38. Short pop fly in the right center field. Everybody's covering it. Right fielder takes it. So that'll be the second out. Made by Ford over there in right field. Larry Herndon up now. He struck out with a 13. McGregor cruising along. We're going to the bottom of the 4th now. Petrie based only 13 with 28 altogether. He can pitch to before he loses stamina. John Lowenstein's back up. He had 2 stills but 1 caught. He rolls up 13. Another strikeout from Petrie. He's on his A game today. He had a great season that year. Ken Singleton. 24. It's going to be a 6-3 put out there by Cal Ripken. Rich Dower again. 2 down. 25. That'll be a 4-3 put out. All right, Detroit up in the top of the 5th. Chet Lemon up. He had 5 stills and caught 5 times. He flies out to second base. And that'll be Dower there to make the grab. Dave Bergman up now. He strikes out. McGregor has really settled down in that at bat. That brings up Howard Johnson. And he hits a 129. That's going to be a 1-3 put out from McGregor over to Murray to end the top of the 5th. It's still 3-0. Petrie up there again. Ty Cruz up. He flies out to Larry Herndon for the first out. Rick Dempsey. He's going to hit into a 1-3 put out. Petrie just scoops it up and underhands it over to Dave Bergman for the second out. Al Bunbury. He hits a double to right center with a 6. And that at bat, he goes over to second with 2 outs. That brings up Dan Ford. Had 9 stills on the season and caught 2 times. And he hits a 30, and that's going to be a fly out over to Larry Herndon for the 3rd out. Another runner stranded by Baltimore. Top of the 6th. Lou Whitaker up. And he's going to strike out. It's a 13. Alan Trammell now. McGregor still going strong. He's at 19 batters faced. It's a 16. That's going to be randomized for fielding errors and that to change up the game some so that's not constantly going to the same fielder. So that'd be a fly out to center field out there, and that's going to be Bunbury making the grab. Kirk Gibson now. And he's going to hit a little bouncing ball in front of the catcher for the 3rd out. Go to the bottom of the 6th. Petrie over here with 20 batters faced, 28 altogether. And he's going to hit out Cal Ripken's going to hit into a 5-3 putout with a 19. Randomized fielding. So that's going to be first out. Eddie Murray up now. And he's got a 5. That'll be a double over first. Murray doing some good hitting today. John Lowenstein's up with a man on second, 1 out. Can he bring in the run? 33. That's going to be out at first. Runner to third. 2 down. Singleton's up. A 30. He's going to fly out to Larry Herndon to end the inning. We go to the 7th now. Lance Parrish up. McGregor's got 21 and pitched to 30 over here. Here we go. Single to left center for Parrish on an 8. He's on, no outs. Darrell Evans now. 232 on the season. Out at first on a 5-3 putout. Must have been a slow grounder because they weren't able to get Parrish at second. So he went to first. That was Cruz making the play. Oh, man. Hold on, man. He's supposed to went to third, I thought. Must have went to second, yeah. Okay. Larry Herndon now. Throws a 13 with a man on second, so it's going to change it up. So it's going to be another 5-3, and Parrish is going to hold at second. 2 down. Chet Lemon now, 287 on the season. And he got a 13. He strikes out, and McGregor gets out of trouble here in the top of the 7th, 3-0. And Petrie's got 5 batters to face before he tires. So Dower's up, 235 on the year. 14, that's going to be a base on balls. No outs. Todd Cruz now. Rolls a 31, that's going to be a fly out to Chet Lemon. And Dower's going to hold. Rick Dempsey now. 14, that's going to be 2 balls. Rolls again. Rolls a 9, that's a single. Beats out a bouncer in front of the plate. Runner to second. Both are safe. 1 down. Petrie's getting a little trouble. They might have to bring a reliever in. Bummer gets on here. Can he get out? Rolls a 30. Fly out to left field. The runner holds. So in that at bat. And Dan Ford up now. Petrie's at his limit. We're going to let him go. Rolls a 17. First and second on an error. Both runners score. First and second on an error, huh? Both runners score. P runner on first holds. Ford is a G. Let's see what they do here. I'm not for sure if Dower is a poor run. He looks like he is. So he's probably going to be on third, so they're only going to get 1 run. Let's see. That's what it was. 1 run. All right, we're going to bring in a reliever. Petrie's in trouble. Well, he's on second and third because of the error. So we're going to take Petrie out. And they're going to bring in Juan Berenguer to row. So 36. He's got 15 batters he can face. Wild pitch. 1 runner scores. Other moves to third. Oh, boy. It's falling apart for Detroit with 2 outs. In that at-bat. That runner comes in, yes. That was Cal Ripken. So it was a wild pitch. So Cal Ripken's still up to bat. He rolls a 7 with a man on third with 2 outs. That's a single to left. The runner scores. It's going to be all tied up. And just like that, Baltimore's back in it. 3-3. Eddie Murray now. Ripken's on first. Rolls a 37 pass ball. Runner to second. Oh, man, there's a lot of errors going on here. Detroit falling apart. The pitching is horrendous. It's a 9. Single through short. Runner to third. G runner scores. Is that Cal Ripken? He is not a G. He's an N. So he should be staying on third. Murray hot. It's 3-3. They're going to have to take out Juan Berenguer. He's just not doing it for him. Okay, that's going to bring in Sid Mong. Pitched in 19 games at a 4.225 ERA. He's facing Lowenstein, who bats left, and he's a lefty himself. Here we go. First and third, 2 outs for Baltimore. Lowenstein, 35. He hits into a 5-3 putout to end the inning. But Baltimore comes fighting back, making it 3-3 here, going into the 8th. Dave Bergman now. And McGregor, let's see, he's still got 5 more batters he can face. They're going to let him go. He's been just knocking them down since the first inning. Rolls a 13. That's going to be a strikeout for McGregor. Let's see how many he's got now. He's got 6 strikeouts on 7 innings pitched. All right, Howard Johnson. Yeah, he's going to hit into a 5-3 putout. Cruz with the play. Lou Whitaker now. 6. He hits a double over to right center. With 2 down. I think they're going to take him out. They tied it up. Well, they're going to let McGregor go. 2 down. Alan Trammell. First on the error. Pitcher drops the throw from the first baseman. Runner to third. Oh, man, they're in a little trouble now by an error. That brings up Gibby. They just need 1 out. First and third. They'll let McGregor go. 1 more. Kirk Gibson singles a right. 1 runner scores out of the third. P runner on first holds at second. Alan Trammell is a G, so he's going to move over to third. And Detroit's going to take the lead here with a man on first and third, 4-3. And McGregor felled them when they needed him. They're going to take him out. And they're going to bring in Dan Morgelio, 2.39 ERA. And he was 0-1 on the season. See if we can get him out of the inning here. Lance Parrish up. Man on first and third, 2 down. 13. That's going to be a strikeout for Morgelio. Gets them out of the jam, but they surrender 1 run. And Detroit's going up here in the bottom of the 8th, 4-3. Sid Monge can face 8 more batters right now. We're going to let him go. Singleton up now for Baltimore. He's got a 9. That's a single over to short. So he's on. That brings up Dower again. A row. 7, single to right, runner to third. P runner holds. Does he have that? He's going to hold at second. First and second. Monge is in trouble. With no outs, they're going to switch him out. They're going to bring in Willie Hernandez to knock him down. He can pitch to 7 guys. So he's going to have to try to go 2. Willie Hernandez had a killer year for Detroit as their closer. He went 9-3 with 32 Ks. 32 saves and 112 Ks and 140 innings. And he had a 1.92 ERA. See if he can get him out of this. 24. That's going to turn into a double play. Runner forced out at second, ball out at first. Batter out at first, ground ball hit to short. That's going to be a 6-4-3 put out. And the runner goes up third with 2 down. The scoring run on third now with 2 down. Here we go. Dempsey's up. He's going to be out at first on a 1-3 put out by Willie Hernandez. And Detroit gets out of trouble. All right, up to bat here in the top of the 9th, Darrell Evans. 14, that's a base on balls. Man on already. Larry Herndon now. Morgelio still in there. Rolls a 9. Single beats out a bouncer in front of the plate. Runner to second. Man on first and second now. No outs. They're going to get him out of there. 4. We're going to go with Flanagan here. Man on first and second. No outs. Chet Lemon up. Rolls a 9. That's a single to right. The bases are full. No outs. Dave Bergman up now. Rolls a 27. That's going to be a strikeout. One down. Doesn't really say how many he can face. Howard Johnson now. 30. He flies out. One runner scores. Other holds. They're going up 5-3 with 2 outs. Lou Whitaker now. 32. Fly out over to right field. Ford's there for the grab. They give up another run. 5-3 going into the bottom of the ninth. Willie Hernandez up now. Bumry's up the bat. 32. Fly out over to Kirk Gibson for the first out. Willie Hernandez locking him down. Dan Ford, another fly out to Larry Herndon, 2 down. That brings up Cal Ripken and then Eddie Murray if he can get on. 2 down. 24, he's going to hit into a 6-3 put out. Alan Trammell's there to scoop it up, fires it over to first. And that is the game with Detroit winning 5-3. Let's go to the box score. Detroit wins 5-3. 8 hits for Detroit, 9 for Baltimore. Both had an error apiece. And Murray was dominant for Baltimore. And the top of the lineup guys here is the one who did it for Detroit. All right, stay tuned for another replay.